We have a huge variety of customers. We've got American clients who have a Ferrari and they call it their mail car. Each morning the husband and wife take it in turns to race down their mile-long drive to get the mail from the mailbox and then race back. One client put it in his 76-story apartment overlooking Central Park in New York. My name's Ben Hedley and I'm the founder of Hedley Studios. We create scaled-down versions of the most classic cars in the world. I was an entrepreneur and an engineer working the automotive trade, and I was approached by Bugatti in late 2018, and they wanted to bring back a child's toy from the 1920s, a half-scale Type 35 race car for their 110th birthday. They thought it'd be a cool product. When I researched the car itself, it turns out the biggest problem was there's always dents on the back of it where adults tried to drive it. So I said, look, let's not make a 50% scale one, let's go 75% scale. Adults can drive it, we can create something a bit different, and they agreed. So we announced it at the 2019 Motor Show. We were bowled over by the enthusiasm for it.
We've got 70 people in total working for Hedley Studios, of which approximately 30 are within the production environment. So that includes our warehouse and our production team, but then mainly with our artisans who actually craft together the cars. Some of those guys have been handpicked from motorsport, automotive environments, and they put the cars together with a real focus on attention to detail and authenticity to the original models. It's really taking the time to craft the vehicle as much as possible and put that time and effort into making it look as good as it possibly can do.
People are often surprised because they think they're toys, and what they don't realise is they're actually full-size cars scaled down a little bit. You know, they often go 50 miles per hour, so they're definitely not children's toys. What they are reinterpretations of these classic cars from the past. Often when there are so few of them around, no one ever gets to drive them, so we're trying to open that up to a new audience. Each of our models are developed in collaboration with the brands themselves. So when you see a solid silver Bugatti badge on the front of our little baby, it's because it is a Bugatti. You know, the paint from the full-size Bugattis, the paint from the full-size Ferraris, the leather, the pedals from full-size Ferraris, they're all featured on our cars. The main difference, I think, from the original cars is that all of our vehicles are electric. That was a decision I made very early on. I quite enjoy the experience of driving them with the silence, so you get to appreciate the other elements of it. You get to, you can hear the birds tweeting around you, and driving through the countryside in our Bentley. It's, the first publicly available electric Bentley, and it's just a brilliant experience.
The cars are completely hand-built by the artisans, so down to every single last nut, bolt, and washer is done up with hand tools.
We don't have any robots. We try and use the original techniques that were done in the day. So for example, our Ferrari has a hand-formed aluminium body, and there's 300 hours of panel beating before you even get to sort of start painting it.
We look at about an 18-month lead time from the original concept to aiming to get to production, and that involves a number of our engineers, so that's a huge amount of work which goes into the design, the testing, the development of the product. And then when we get to production, 2 technicians tend to build 2 cars in a week, so about 100 hours worth of time goes into every individual car in an assembly point of view, and a huge amount of time has gone into it beforehand just to get the parts here and designed. For example, with Ferrari, we were able to get access to their original classic drawings, and we reverse engineered those to create the models as you see around us and part of the design process.
So we sort of mix and match. We're not trying to create a replica here. We're trying to create what we call a reinterpretation that's sensitive to the original car.
I love the variety that we have here. I love the team, the passion that goes into every single car. We might be building 5 blue Bugattis one week, but every single blue Bugatti is individual. The guys sign each car individually.
So I think we sort of accidentally stumbled across a new area where no one had been before. People have made go-karts that look like classic cars before, but nobody has ever worked with the manufacturers to create this scaled-down category of little cars. And we're very, very lucky that we're the only people in the world who get to do it. So it's been an amazing journey over the last 6 years. We went from me putting together model on the Bugatti stand at the 2019 Geneva Motor Show on my own, and now we've got 75 people in the team. And now we get phone calls from these incredible brands, some of them not even the automotive space, who are saying, look, we want to work with you, we want to bring this automotive treasure to life. Can you help us do it? Which is, it's a huge honour.